So we're back again with yet again another episode of Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we have made all of our preparations to come to the Temple of Time. In this episode, we're going to go through as most of the dungeon as we possibly can. It is sort of lengthy, but not too much. But, yeah. In other words, this is going to be the destination that Oocca was trying to get to the entire time. Because this is like the ancient technology house, which she's been trying to get to. Because this is where her people sleep, pretty much. But, along with me, we have somebody sort of out of the ordinary, but not really. But, who are you?
Hi, my name is M-Chan, and I am here to claim vengeance on Little Sad Plays after my humiliating defeat from 5 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. I'm here to help support Alex on commentary in Twilight Princess.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the commentary to go that left, but okay.
Yeah, so the last time I was here commentating on this game. This was 8 years ago when I haven't even played this game at all. So now I know a bit of this game now. So I'm a little more familiar than 8 years ago for sure.
I still have a recording of you when you haven't even seen the game before at all. That was my old attempt at the LP.
Yeah.
So, also, I want to point out that this is the only dungeon where I think this one and the City in the Sky is where you don't actually get Oocca out of a pot. So, yeah. All the other dungeons, you do have to do that, but the last two, you don't.
You actually have to get Oocca. Like, you can't really skip him at all.
Or her, that is, but anyway. So, these enemies, this is called the Young Goma. Notice that it has one eye. It is also a spider enemy, so that's pretty cool. I think a lot of enemies in this dungeon are going to be Goma-based because the boss is that very pertains to Goma, that is. But, yep, and as usual, I will be getting every single chest in the dungeons. Obviously, rupees, treasures, obviously the dungeon map and the compass, and, of course, the big key, because you cannot access the boss door without the big key, but... I'm going to point out eventually something about these gates that's pretty funny to me, that I actually didn't know back in my childhood, but it's I kind of sort of laugh at it these days because it's, I don't know, but you'll see what I'm talking about at some point, but yeah, and these Lizalfos will charge you quite a bit because quite a few of them are here, that is, and this enemy, it's new. There's a couple ways to defeat it. This is the one of the ways is to hit this diamond on the back of its back. But the cooler way that I figured out on my own is that you can actually kill it with a bomb arrow. Weird.
Yeah, and then you want to also step away from them when you defeat them because their explosions will hit you.
They actually don't. What actually hits you is their axe.
Okay.
That is. The Armos and Wind Waker, when you kill them, the big ones, that is, they actually hurt you. But, anyway, we're getting the dungeon map. Doobity-doo. Nothing really new to point out about the dungeon map, considering the fact that you can just use it to get around, that is. But yeah, we can get these pots and way down these switches.
Yeah, so this is like one of the cooler designs as far as like what's the word I'm looking for, but the point is that you know, in previous Zelda games, like, you know, Ocarina of Time, the Temple of Time is just like a place where like you just you go in order to open the gates of time, but here in this game, the Temple of Time is an actual dungeon.
Yeah, this, and again, when I first played the game for the first time, I was not expecting them to make a dungeon revolve around the actual Temple of Time, because when you first enter the actual room in the very beginning, it has the same theme.
Yeah,
soundtrack.
It's a reminiscence to Ocarina of Time, like pretty much quite a bit of things in this game, but here, like, you know, you actually get to do the actual dungeon. And I will say, as a dungeon, this is actually a pretty cool looking dungeon.
It is, and it's not very collapsed looking. It's very put together. It looks almost like a mansion, sort of. That is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when we get to the second half of this dungeon, the puzzle that we have to do is quite a bit tedious. But I guess we'll explain when we actually do it.
Yep, and the trick that I was talking about pre-recording is actually right here. So the second small key you have to get is right over here. So you have to use a couple of these mini statues and put them down on the switch. But this scenario is guarded by a cutscene. So what you can do is have Link stand on top of the switch for a second, and then jump on top of here, and then spam A, and then jump on top of this again.
Yep.
But you can do this again, but it takes a lot of tries, because the second that the cutscene is over, that platform is going to drop, and it's going to be very hard to get up. It's possible, but it's very, very hard to do.
Yeah, you have only one try to do that.
Yeah. It just took a while, though, but anyway, it's doable. And the enemies in this room do change after getting the first key out of here, but for right now, you just have a couple of Armos, which is another, enemy you already pointed out, but, and that will summon a chest. And I will also point out that in this specific room, as soon as this cutscene is over, we have this chest to get, which is just a few rupees. Not too bad. But if you look over here, there is a mini switch right in that little cup over there, and there is also a switch right in that vicinity right there. In other words, we will be coming back to this room later on, but right now we're just gonna stick to the plan and get this get this small key, that is, and there we go. But right now we want to leave and then progress. Groovy. And I forgot to point out, these little guys that spin and knock you down are also considered an enemy, even though they don't actually see you at all. They're called blade traps. They're not that hard to, like, avoid, but still don't want to get hit by them, that is. And welcome to the Beamos. The better version, that is, because in the Goron Mines, the Beamos were kind of odd-looking, sort of, because they spewed lava instead of, like, an actual beam of light. But, anyway, we want to go through this door, or this path, that is. You can hit that diamond switch on the first... the first go, and you can open up this path. And you want to hit this again with the arrow. Doobity-doo. And the weird thing about this specific room is that you can open this chest and get the compass, that is. Because the opening animation of this chest looks the same as you would if you were to open the chest and get the dungeon map. But this is the compass, and you're still there, right?
Yeah.
I thought I lost you for a second, but the awkward silence. But if you hit this switch, this is hilarious. If you hit this switch, it will lock you in the room with the chest. But when I was really young, like little Sawplays, back in his prime time when he first played Twilight Princess, I thought I was stuck. I thought I had to, like, restart the game, but no. I came to my senses and said to myself, just look up. Just look up. Like, I think the game developers predicted the future when they made this game. That said, I don't know what kind of player would want to trap themselves in the room, but if they do, I'm just going to offer a way out. It's... it's really bizarre, actually. Anyway, but... we have some more Lizalfos here, just kind of chilling, pretty much. And we also have these circles on the floor. So just use those. And use those to aim at the diamond, and you can just hit them.
That's basically the gimmick of many of the puzzles in this dungeon. Is just hitting switches at specific spots in order to get past certain like parts of the walls that open and close whenever you hit the switches. Whenever you hit the crystal switches.
Yeah, that's true. And this armored Lizalfos is ticking me off. There we go. Jeez, he's.
Yeah, so those are the stronger variations of the Lizalfos that Lissap plays as fought already.
Yeah, you could actually use the finish move on them, but it's kind of like hard to time. That is because they immediately get up after.
Yeah, they're more aggressive and they just block more of your hits.
There we go. Anyway, and yeah, use this circle and then aim at the diamond, and we can progress because we feel like it. Because we feel like it, man. Anyway. There is a chest in this room that we can't actually access yet until we get something later on. But for now, we're going to head over into this room, and a chest is actually hidden, even though you can make it appear. But what you want to do is you want to combine. I think the most convenient way for me to do it is to get a bomb arrow and knock these guys out. For the most part, you can do it with the sword, but I think it's like a little bit more tedious. But just do this to the best of your ability, and I think you can use the sword on the last few that are still kind of roaming about. And yeah, these enemies, these little hermit crab guys, are called Baby Goma because they also have one eye, and they're a smaller breed of the young Goma, of the spider version. And yeah, that's the chest that I'm talking about down there. Which you can make appear, because again, I'm getting every single chest. What else can I possibly say? But 50 rupees, not too bad, but it at least pays you for your trouble with those enemies. Once you're finished fighting them. So in this section, it's a scale. It's a scale. I do have a way of decoding this later on. I think a lot of people when they first played Twilight Princess had trouble with this. But I have a pretty good mathematical equation to figure out that. But for right now, what you want to do is get it equal, and step up on this little ledge and get your claw shot out and go up here. And then get your spinner out. And notice that this area is cracked, so we don't want to go that way. We want to go over to the counterclockwise portion. And over here, we are getting another postal. Beautiful. I think in our versus, we actually didn't get all 60 pos, that is.
No.
Yeah, we got 20, the minimum you need to get all the empty bottles is 20 postals, but in this case I'm going to get all 60 because I have a chart for it. But
yeah.
And this leaves me with 42, and we're good. And before we actually go in that door, we want to get this chest that's just kind of chilling right over here. Red rupee, not too bad, but anyway. And yeah, I also forgot to point out that the Golden Bugs side quest is already done. That's been over since before this episode began. Wanted to knock that out as soon as possible because that side quest is kind of tricky because the final Golden Bug is actually found in the very beginning of this dungeon by the owl statue. Wow, way to stab and get a rupee out of it. That's just really weird.
Wow, I forgot about this. Because in HD, it actually, the rupee text only appears once and once only for each different rupee. Yeah, instead of the rupee text appearing every time you load your game.
Yeah, I think that was a complaint that the developers noticed, and they kind of fixed that sort of thing. Thankfully, that is, but anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I mentioned the reason as to why I'm playing this version, but in the HD version, it has stamps that I actually don't know the locations of. So, this is a particular version that I'm
they're
more
pretty
familiar with.
obscure.
Yeah, so that's one advantage that you probably have over me with this game, specifically. But
but I haven't really played, or I haven't even gotten the stamps since my LP, and even then I haven't even played this game since our Versus, which was 5 years ago. I did for reference, my Let's Play was back in 2016, so it's been that long ago since I've collected stamps in Twilight Princess.
Yeah, the stamps can be really random when it comes to just locations that is. But anyway, now that we got everything out of this room, we can finally progress on. And these BMOs are becoming more and more frequent, but right now I kind of want to get this bomb arrow out of the way. I just want to use a regular arrow. I don't want to use two. Wow, way to hit me. Blade trap, Jesus. Clear, there we go. What's up, Lizalfos? Not today. It ain't gonna happen. Wow, I was gonna do a jump strike, but... I was literally gonna do a jump strike, but... You know what? Whipping out the big guns. The rise of the D. Anyway. I'm not gonna say that again, but... man. Anyway, come across a little swinging obstacle. You can get this chest, which is another small key. Doobity-doo. And, wait for it to get out of the way, and go this way. You can use the pots to weigh that switch down, but they do tend to break if you happen to get hit by that oscillating obstacle. This thing that goes back and forth. So I'm gonna, in this instance, I'm gonna use that mini statue, because in this case it cannot break. So I'm playing it safe. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and bomb these guys open because,
yeah, chasing these guys around is annoying because the way these enemies work is they will move towards you if you move away from them, and then they will run away from you if you're moving towards them.
Yeah, exactly. So I really, God, I'm burping a whole lot in this episode. I don't know why, but I really feel like bomb arrows are more convenient when it comes. Why didn't he die from that? What the hell? There we go. Yeah, bomb arrows are just much more convenient, and finding different ways to combat enemies is just something that I always found kind of fun-ish. These guys are just dodging this attack. I guess you're invincible today. I'm just gonna go ahead and mortal draw your back because I feel like it. Dude, I don't even care if you blow me up or anything yet. Saw that. He actually didn't make me take damage when he blew up, so yeah. But yet, killing those hermit crab baby gomas makes this purple repeat chest appear, and killing those armos is the one that makes this gate unlock. But anyway, this bell is going to be something
You have to kill all the enemies.
Yeah, but this bell is going to be very important later because you're going to find a ton of them throughout the dungeon. But for this specific room, I want to look awesome, so we're putting on the magic armor. I don't really know why, but just going for it. Anyways, just going to throw it on because it's my... Yeah, you can see my reflection on the screen. I need to shave. I really do. I'm looking like a lumberjack in the screen. But, and this is where we're actually trying to get to, and there's our guy. Just chilling there, just doing whatever he has to do. And this is our version of what we call the Dark Nut. Well, see you guys in the next episode. Anyway,
Yeah,
no, there's actually
from the way I'm viewing this, I can't hear the sound, but if you do listen to the music is great, is so amazing. I love the mini boss music in this game.
Yeah, it is pretty good, but yeah, there's two phases to this Dark Nut. He wears a really thick coat of armor, so you want to knock that off first, and his final phase is at the very end. But come on, knock me out. There we go. Wow, I guess you're not going to take damage today.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yes, you can hit him from behind, or you could, if you're really good, you could time I forget what the move is called, where you do an immediate hit. and it does a lot of damage. But you could do that move too, but it's kind of hard to time with these guys.
It's not the jump strike, is it?
No.
Is it like the roll around like this?
No.
You might be onto something that I'm not sure about. I'll say that.
But yeah, that's kind of. But yeah, what he's doing right here is kind of a basic idea, and then now we get to this second phase here where he doesn't have a shield, but he'll still block your attacks if you do direct. If you keep doing direct hits at him, he's much faster, and he gets more aggressive in this phase.
Yeah, he's quite the doozy right now.
And if you intend to do everything in this game, then you want to practice getting good at fighting these guys because, well, no spoilers.
Well, let's just say a various amount of floors, that is. Not gonna go into detail, but anywho, ouch. Hope that didn't move my phone too much, but yeah, I'm not gonna really go into anything in detail in particular, but and let's actually go ahead and take the magic armor off because I'm losing rupees. But I actually did get hit quite a few times there, but yeah, it wasn't too bad though. And welcome to the Dominion Rod. This item is, in my opinion, the coolest item in the game. In my opinion, because you can do so much with it. Because when do you ever get to make a statue come to life in Zelda? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, this is a really cool item.
And with the exception of Majora's Mask, where you can play the Elegy of Emptiness and make a mannequin out of yourself as a statue, but when have you ever been able to control a statue like this with a big weapon in your hand? And if you try to go into the bell with it, the game's gonna say no, no. I don't think so.
Yeah, it just zips you out.
Yeah. Anyway, go over here. Once we hit the next loading zone, that is, because I feel like waiting a long time. Our buddy is gonna appear right in this bell. And here we go.
Yeah, so basically what you have to do here is you control the statue. You can make the statue even attack things, such as breaking this gate, and which will actually allow you to skip, the puzzles of which will actually skip some of the puzzles of doing them backwards in order to get back, because the whole point is you're trying to guide the statue all the way back to the very beginning of the dungeon.
Yeah, because obviously we noticed we already saw a replica of the statue, and we want to make his brother come back because we feel like it. But anyway, yeah. Go on this little platform, break open this jar, and then we're gonna go off to Zippity-Doo-Dot-Land. Zippity-A. My oh my, what a wonderful day. Anyway.
And the statue is very powerful. You can make it attack enemies. However, if you're too close to it, you can make the statue attack you.
Yeah.
Be,
this
not something you want.
Yeah, this statue can hurt you if you stand in the wrong spot, that is.
And then you can also defeat these rollers as well.
Yeah. But with the exception of these swinging guys, you actually can't hit those. Well, you can hit them, but you can't break them, that is. Anyway. But let's double check our floors. We want a chest in the direction that we're going right now, but not really in particular where we just came from, because we got everything there. But wow, blade traps. You're really making me suffer today, aren't you? Anywho. There we go. So let's go ahead and bring this little guy over here right now. Boo-de-boo. And, what can we use? Well, not to mention, you can also control these little baby statues. Yeah, I'm not really sure about, whoever played Twilight Princess didn't know, you can control these guys, until they tried it, but I don't know. But anyway, get him over into the bell, and we're